Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel here. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you the long-awaited Oakland Raiders scheme in Madden NFL 20. I wanted to make this video once I got done with most of my schemes in the playbook. So today we're going to be going over my full scheme. I'm going to go over all the plays I use in this playbook and all the formations and whatnot. So guys, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. But quickly, before we do, guys, make sure to smash a like on the video as well as subscribe. We are so close to 1,300. And it would really help me if you guys went and subbed. Also, follow my Twitter if you want to stay updated for my most recent videos. And that's pretty much it, guys. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. So, basically, the formations I run on offense are the following. We got I form close slot, strong close, gun tight doubles. I run gun trips tight end, gun bunch tight end, gun bunch, gun tray Y flex. And those are all the formations I run out of this playbook, out of the Oakland Raiders playbook. So I'm going to go over it here. First play is going to be I form close. Now, the audibles that I do after this play, I run as my square audible, I run power O. And then for my L1 audible, I run halfback stretch. And then for my R1 audible, if I want to mix it up a little bit, I'll go with PA tight end leak. And then for I form close slot, the only audible that I run, the only thing that I change here is instead of spacing, I will put it on halfback stretch. And maybe I'll find the passing play of this playbook. Maybe PA spot doesn't look too bad of a play, so I might be going ahead and doing that. You know, actually, we'll add to the list. So what we're going to do here, we're going to make L1 PA spot, and then we're just going to leave it as that. Moving on here to strong close, here my audibles, I run halfback dive as my square route, or audible. My triangle audible is going to be outside zone. My L1 audible is going to be PA scissors, and my R1 audible is going to be the cover 3B to the PA deep. And then moving on here for gun tight doubles, the ones that I run, I did a scheme on this a little bit earlier in the Madden year. So I run halfback quick base. Then I also, my other audibles I do run are going to be mesh spot. We run as well. Let's go with, halfback angle. And then the final one I run is going to be flood drive. Moving on here for gun trips tight end, I did a scheme on this. All the schemes will be in the top right corner of this video. But my audibles, my square audibles can be inside zone. My triangle audible is going to be halfback mid draw. My L1 audible is going to be PA shot post. And then my R1 audible is going to be PA slot corner. Moving on here for gun bunch tight end, my square audible is going to be inside zone. My triangle audible is going to be halfback off tackle. L1 is going to be X spot. R1 is PA boot over. For gun bunch, my square is halfback base. Triangle is halfback mid draw. L1 is going to be Z spot, or actually, you know what, we're gonna go with, let's see, what plays did we go over? I should have seen this before, but basically my L1 is going to be PA post, and then my R1 is going to be Z spot. Moving on now to gun tray Y flex. That's the last formation we're going to be going over in this ebook, and I should have turned off my notifications. That's my bad. So we're just going to do that. Okay, so my square audible is inside zone. My triangle audible is outside zone. My L1 audible is PA crossers, and then my R1 audible is going to be SE corner. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. So starting off here with I form close, we're also going to set up the defense real quick. We're going to be running just a normal hill cover 3 sky. We're going to be running Tampa 2. Then we got cover 1 hole, and then finally we got cover 4 drop to 2. So essentially, guys, we're just going to be running a random play on defense here, and then we're going to be starting here with I form close. Now, I use this formation a lot. I'd say I use this formation like 60% of the time, you know, when I need to run the ball, and then the other time I will use I form close slot, and then if I want to throw my opponent off, I'll use a run out of like gun trips tight end or gun bunch tight end, something like that. So essentially, very simple here. And the thing about this play is you can flip it, so I can flip it to the left, I can flip it to the right, just very simple. And then also, another thing you can do is you cannot move this left wide receiver right here, which is highlighted. You cannot move Michael Thomas to the right, but you can move the O receiver to the left, which is usually what I do. So basically, you just motion him out. Now, on the look of this defense here, it's kind of even, so you can run it either way. If I kind of catch on to my opponent's tendencies and he is using that left linebacker, I'm going to be running to the right. So in this case here, I'm just going to ID the mic, his user, which is L1 or LB, A or X, and then you hover over him and you click that. And then if your opponent has a superstar X Factor or superstar ability defensive lineman, then you're going to double team him, which is L1 or LB down the right stick, and then you're going to move your analog stick to where he is, and then once you're hovering over him, you're going to click that. So just very simple here. We're going to run the ball, and as you can see, it does get decent blocks here. Now, we did get a guy coming over, but we still got very, very good blocks. So as you can see here, we're going to be running it to the left side. It looks better. So we're going to ID the mic here. And just in case, we will double team like this guy, because he probably will be blitzing. That's one of the edge rushers. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press B or O, and I'm going to be holding that the left analog stick to the right until I find the B or O receiver. Then I'm going to click left. I'm going to motion him out. Just gets an extra blocker on that side. We're going to click that. And then as you can see, we get incredible blocks. Kamara gets an easy 10, 11 yards on that play and a first down. And then we got halfback lead dive. This is more like an ISO play. So power O is more like if you want to stretch it outside, while halfback dive or halfback lead, halfback lead dive is more for like running straight up the gut and right into the trenches. So you're going to want to double team the left edge rusher. Since we are running to the left, we're going to double team him. And actually, I think we're going to run to the right in this play. So we're just going to double team that guy. And then we're going to ID the mic this linebacker right here because, you know, the user is right there. So we're going to run this play. And as you can see, get really good blocks. Kamara goes to the outside, gets 8 yards. It's just very, very simple. Moving on now, we have halfback stretch. That is the next play here. L1 here. It's just the same thing. And as you can see, my opponent is using to that left side. So I'm going to be running to the right side. So it's just very simple here. We're going to double team this edge rusher right here, and we're going to ID the mic this linebacker, which is already done. And if you want, you can also shift your protection to the right and left here. I usually do this on stretch plays. What you do is L1 or LB. Then you can go to the right if you're running to the right or left if you're running to the left. So it's very simple here. We're going to shade right. As you can see, they brought an all-out blitz, and they actually did very good to stop that play there as they did gash up the middle. They were able to shoot the gap. So that does happen. You know, these run plays don't really work 100% of the time. I mean, you know, it worked for joke, but honestly, he knows how to run the ball much more efficiently than we do. So we're just going to hike the ball. It's very simple here. As you can see, you just got to follow your blockers. That's the major thing here, and that is it. So moving on now, we're going to be going to PA tight end leak. So on this play here, it's very simple. What I do is I block both the running back and the fullback. So the icons for the running back and the fullback are triangle or Y, and then R1 or RB. So you just got to double tap Y or triangle, then R2 or RT. Then you're going to click Y or triangle, R1 or RB, then R2 or RT. So the play should look like this. And then it's just pretty simple from there, I'd say. Then if you want, you can motion out this receiver so that he's going on more of a corner route. So we're going to click this here. And as you can see, he gets open. Very easy. Corner route, you get a first down. This is more to like throw your opponent off if you're running a lot of running plays. Just run PA tight end leak. It's one of the best plays out of the running formations, which are like I form close and whatnot. It's just very simple here. This is the setup. You just block both running backs, and then you motion out Ted Ginn Jr. or the BRO receiver to the left, and they hike the ball right there. And as you can see, we wait, throw it over the top, boom. Just an easy play right there. You pass lead to the sideline. It's very, very easy. Now we're going to move on here to the next defense here. It is going to be the I-form close slot, which, by the way, I am doing the Oakland Raiders EBook. So this is going to take a bit of a while, guys. I'm going to go over basically all the formations that I would run in the game, and those are like the most effective formations. So the only 3 plays I'm going to run out of this are going to be halfback stretch, halfback blast, and then PA spot if I want to throw off my opponent. Maybe PA sprint, halfback flat. That could be another thing I could run. I'm actually going to add that to my audibles here. I'm actually going to do that. And I'm going to do, it's basically going to be like the PA boot over setup in the gun launch tight end. So the difference in this formation from I-form close is that there, instead of 1 blocker on each side, there are now 2 blockers to one side, and there's 1 tight end to the right side. So instead of having, you know, like Michael Thomas to the left, and then you have the tight end and Ted Ginn Jr. to the right, now you're going to have Thomas and Ginn Jr. to the left, and you're going to have the tight end to the right side. So we're going to be running halfback blast. Just run a random 3-4 odd play. Really nothing too, you know, simple here. So as you can see, we are going to be running to the left side. Now, you're not always going to want to run to the left side, however, because as you can see, that right side is pretty wide open. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip the run, which is just going to be right on your right analog stick. Then we're going to ID the mic this linebacker, which is already done. Then we're going to double team one of the defensive edge rushers. So in this case, we're going to double team, I believe that's Jabal Sherd on the right side. And we're going to run the ball. And this play is more for like running up the middle. As you can see, They were able to gash it pretty well, but if you could just follow the blocks, go in the trenches, it should be very good. Next play is halfback stretch. This is kind of the look you want to have. This linebacker is kind of pinched down. He will most likely get caught in a tackle animation, just takes away one more. That basically just makes one less player. So to the right side, it's a bit more open, so we're just going to double team, and also we're going to shift protection to the right. I wouldn't shift protection to the right or left if you're running like a dive play or a power roll play. I would just do it if you're running stretch. So it's just very simple here. We run the ball, and I probably should have stretched it out to that right side. Would have got more yards. Either way, though, I think we still got 3 or 4 yards on that play, and that is it. Moving on here to the pass plays, we got PA spot is the first play. So what you're going to do, same setup, is you're just going to block both running backs, which is why it's what's called. Running backs are the same icons, wire triangle, and then R1 to RB, so we're just going to block them. You could also max protect, which is another area you could go with here, and I think that's the best area. Really, though, it only gives you 2 routes on the field, which is not viable. So what you're going to do next is you're just going to streak the square X receiver, which I've already done, but if you don't know how to do it, it's wire triangle, square X, and then up on the left stick. And then if you want, you could also put the tight end on a block and release pattern, which we're going to do here. We're going to go wire triangle, air X, and we're going to put them on a delay fade. So basically, it's going to look like this here, the play. And what you're going to really be looking for here is going to be that corner route. We're going to throw it very easy. Michael Thomas possession catch. You can also rack catch. You know, it's kind of the choice here. By the way, if you guys did not see my video on my passing tips, I will leave that in the link down the, or I'll put that in the card right now. And here we go, guys. So just the same setup here. We're going to go max protect. That way we don't have to block all the running backs and whatnot. So as you can see, I don't know why. That's kind of weird. I don't know why. I would actually just go, I would just block the running backs manually. I don't know why max protect doesn't do that, but I mean, it's whatever. So we just streak this receiver, and then if you want here, we're going to actually put him on a block and release cross. That way we can like release him if nothing gets open. So we're just going to wait here, and we're going to release him. And we're just going to throw that over the middle. That's an easy 6 yards. You know, it's going to be kind of hard covering that. They're going to be focusing on covering that corner route. So it'll be very easy. Moving on here, we got PA sprint, halfback flat. Same situation. Block both of the running backs, so it should look like this so far. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the tight end on a block and release cross again, which is wire triangle, ARX, and then left on the right stick. And then finally, you're going to click on to this receiver here, BRO. You're going to motion him out to the right, and he is going to go right here. And essentially, we just wait. As you can see, just very easy. We were able to dot that up, and you're going to get easy yardage. Now, I don't really want to go over all the coverages until we get to the shotgun passes, because those are pretty much the most important ones. So, just PA sprint, halfback flat. Simple thing. Block both running backs, which I've done as so. Put the tight end on the block and release cross, and then you motion out the B-row receiver like he's on a corner route, essentially. It's just a deeper corner route. That's essentially what it is. So we're just going to throw this ball, and boom, easy play. And if you want to, these passing plays out of these formations are kind of a way to throw off your opponent. Like if your opponent is expecting run like every play, you can definitely like throw them off by throwing these passing plays in there. Moving on now to the next formation is going to be strong close. So we're going to be running this right here. Just go to strong close and my audibles I showed you earlier. So we're going to go halfback dive here. And we're going to be going 3-4 odd. Just going a random one. And essentially, this is another play. The halfback dive is just running in the trenches. Now, this is different because you have a fullback. And I don't think you can flip this run. You actually cannot flip this run because of the fullback if you block him manually, as you can see. Can't really flip the run. So you cannot flip the run on this halfback dive, but you can on the stretch. You know, unless you manually flip it, obviously, which is going to be square X, and then you're going to do R2 or RT. And essentially what you're going to do, as you can see on this play, to the right side, there are more blockers. You have a fullback, a tight end, as well as a wide receiver. While on the left side, you just have a receiver. So, same thing here. We're just going to double team this guy. Or we're going to ID the user linebacker, and then we're going to double team one of the edge rushers. We're going to run, as you can see, get up the trenches. We get like 2 or 3 yards on that play, something around that, and we could have broken that tackle. So just the same thing here. We'll be running the ball, as you can see. I mean, I don't understand why, but like these linebackers are getting really good sheds. If you want, also, if you find that the linebackers are getting really good sheds on that side, what you can do is you can double team one of these guys. That way, you know, it kind of neutralizes it. As you can see, we were able to stretch it out though, and we were able to get 10 yards out of that, almost 10 yards at least. So, you know, maybe you can do that as well, because really, linebackers aren't as fast as running backs. That's pretty much common knowledge. Moving on here, we do have outside zone. This is just pretty much like a stretch play, and you can only run it to the right side, which is the issue. But what I want to do in this play, very simple. Just going to ID the Mike, the user linebacker. We're going to double team this guy, considering he is going to be rushing in. Then we're going to shape protection to the right, which is L1 or LB, and then right on the right stick. We're going to run this ball. And as you can see, we did not really get good blocks at all. Like, we really did not get good blocks. And I don't know, man. Strong close, I don't really run out of this formation. But if you want to run, this is definitely it. So just do this. Hike the ball. As you can see, got really good protection. I don't know why, but, like, it feels like the running back's a bit sluggish. I don't understand that. But, yeah, I mean, this is just kind of to mix in with the passing plays because there are 2 coverage beaters in this formation. So we're just going to go to the right. And we're going to wait, and as you can see, we were able to stretch it out pretty well, but we were still not able to get much there. So, I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know. This really didn't hit hard. Moving on here, we do have the coverage beaters, though. First one is PA System. I'm going to show this against cover 2. This is your cover 2 beater right here. What are you going to do on this play? Block both running backs. Wire triangle again, R2 RT, wire triangle, R1 RB, R2 RT. Play should look like this so far. You're going to put this square receiver on a slant, wire triangle, square X, right on the right stick. And then finally, you're going to use the BRL button and also the left stick. You're going to push it to the right until you get to this receiver, the BRL receiver. You're going to motion him out to the left. You're going to motion hike him right when he gets here. And as you can see, you just wait, pass lead, or you can just go with, you can just go with a rack catch, and, you know, you will get a lot of yards on this play. I mean, this is the cover 2 beater right here if your opponent's running a lot of cover 2. This is a great way to beat them on this play. So once again, you block both running backs, put extra square on a slant, so the play should look like this. And then you're going to motion out the BRO receiver till he gets to here, snap the ball. As you can see, he got bumped a little bit, but he's still going to be open. And we just threaded that. I mean, that is a beautiful pass right there. That's just the cover 2 beater right there, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very easy. Now moving on, guys. Here's the cover 3 beater. It's going to be PA deep, audible into a cover 3 sky. Same thing, block both running backs. You pretty much know how to do that now. You're going to streak the tight end, which is wire triangle, ARX, up on the left stick. And then finally, you're going to click on to the square X receiver, and you're going to motion him out to the left. And while that's going, you're going to want to hot route him to a comeback route. Just wire triangle, square X, and then I believe it's L2 or LC. And what you're going to do on this play, you're going to need a lot more time. So shade your protection to the left, and then you're going to double team one of the edge rushers. In this case, we're going to do this guy because most likely one of these guys is going to be on a corner. And yep, so we got the right guy. We just wait. We get sucked down in that animation, and then we're just going to possession catch. Just very easy. That's the cover 3 beater right there, ladies and gentlemen. I went over strong close. It's one of my best performing videos, and that's pretty much it. So that's the coverage beaters. Now we're going to be moving on to the shotgun plays. And also, I might be doing weak close flex. I don't know though. The biggest thing I don't like about weak close flex is that it doesn't have an outside run. I might still go over it though. Here we go though. Gun sight doubles. We have halfback base. And, you know, basically you know the play. So we're gonna go to halfback quick base here, and we're gonna be just clicking a random 3-4 again. So here we go. This is the play. Halfback quick base. You can only run it to the left. There are 2 wide receivers blocking on that side, and then there's the tight end and also the BRO receiver on that right side. So if you want to kind of make it a dead giveaway, which, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend doing it, but if you want extra blockers on that left side, you're going to want to motion out the tight end, and then just same thing here. We're going to ID the Mike, this linebacker, then we're going to double team this defensive end. Just going to wait, and we kind of shoot up the middle, and, I mean, we got like 2 yards on that play. This is more of a play to kind of throw in, and I meant to go to what's called running plays. So just very, very simple here. You can also motion out a receiver. I believe you can do that. If I'm correct, I believe you can. So we just got a bit more blocking, and as you can see, that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That is the kind of blocks that I'm talking about. Just an easy 15 yards on that play. That's pretty much it. Moving on now, we have mesh spot. So this is what the play looks like stock. So what you're going to do on this play is you are going to first streak the extra square receiver, which is wire triangle, square X, and then up on the left stick. Next thing you're going to do is you are going to put the Jared Cook route where there's, or actually you're gonna leave that route. What you're gonna do, next thing you're gonna do is Ted Ginn Jr. or the BRO route. You're gonna put him on a slant, which is wire triangle, BRO, then left on the right stick, and the play should look like this. And then you're gonna motion him out to the left. And then when he gets to right here, you're going to snap the ball. You're going to basically motion him all the way out here. Then we're going to snap the ball. Very easy here. We wait. for the corner route, and I probably should have thrown to the wheel route. Now you're gonna have a couple options on this play. The wheel route might be open, and if you if you find that your opponent's blitzing, do not be afraid to go max protect, which is L1 or LB, and then up on the right stick. That basically blocks all the running backs, or that blocks like the tight end and the running back, and that is basically a tip that you can do. That will basically, yeah, that's just a tip that you can do if you find that your opponent's like rushing the passer a lot. So I actually just motion hiked him there, and we're just gonna low throw that. Boom, just an easy play to Ted Ginn. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you as well that the wheel route does get open on this play. Just gonna quickly do it. So we're just gonna go here. Just two simple adjustments, guys. All the setups will be down in the description below. And we're just going to hike the ball. And as you can see, we just wait. And then, actually, the wheel route does not get open. He played man coverage, but we were able to find the BRO route pretty easily on that slant route coming over the middle. So you're going to have a couple options on the play. Obviously, your first reads are going to be the drag route by the tight end, the slant route by BRO, and then the wheel route. And then if you actually I mean, like, your reads, what are you going to do for reads? Your first read is obviously going to be that corner route. Next is going to be the drag route, then the slant route, and then you got the wheel route, and finally obviously the streak route if he is like open. But you know, basically there's I'd say there's three really good routes on this play. The corner route, you got the drag route, and then you got the wheel route. Those are the really good routes on this play. Just gonna wait here, and that was a bad throw. I don't know, it's kind of a deep corner route. Maybe if you want, you can smart route it. Smart route it. That just makes it a bit, you know, shorter of a route. So how you do that, you double tap wire triangle, and then R1 RB. Just makes the route a bit shorter, as you can see. So it's just a better thing to do. So just smart route it. All the setups, once I said before, will be down in the description. So just easy thing here. Got the corner route. Just gonna feed that. Boom. Just an easy play right there. Moving on here to the very next play, we're going to be doing halfback angles. So this is another one where you're going to need the running back route. So do not, and I repeat, do not take away that running back route. So what you're going to do on this play, first thing you're going to do is you're going to slant this square X receiver, which is wire triangle, square X, and then right on the right stick. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to block the running back, or block the tight end, excuse me, which is wire triangle, ARX, and then R2 or RT, or right trigger. And then the next thing, and the final thing you're going to do is you're going to motion out this receiver. And can I motion him out? Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I okay, apparently I can't. It's giving me the option to do it. I don't understand that. I don't understand that, bro. It literally gave me the option to motion him out. It's whatever, though. So, essentially, I'm just kind of fooling around with this play. I don't understand why you couldn't motion out that receiver. I thought you could, because I don't know, it's weird, because sometimes, like, they'll give you the option to motion out the receiver, but really it doesn't let you. I don't know why, but yeah, so apparently you cannot motion out this receiver. So basically, it's just, you're going to have to deal with it. It's fine. It's whatevs. You know, just going to have to deal with it. So you're just going to leave it like this. So your first read is going to be that table route with Ted Ginn Jr. or the BRO receiver. Next is going to be square X. Then you got R1 to RB. And then finally you got the triangle route. So we're just going to wait on this. As you can see, just easy throw here to BRO. And we get 3 yards on that play. Very, very simple. And yeah, that is going to do it for the halfback angle. Now we're going to move on to flood drive, one of my favorite plays in this game. First thing you're going to do is max protect, which is L1 or LB, then up on the right stick. Very, very simple here. As you can see, tight end and running back are both blocks. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to streak the square X receiver, which is wire triangle, square X, and then up on the left stick. And you're just going to, and then finally you're going to smart route the wire triangle receiver, which is wire triangle again, R1 or RB. So just a very simple play. We're going to run it here. And as you can see, he is going to get open. We're just going to possession catch that, you know, easy as you like. And that's pretty much it here for gun tight doubles. Now, can I go to gun strips tight end? I can. That's beautiful. So here we go now. It's going to be gun strips tight end. So we're going to be running this here. First play here is going to be, let's just quickly go here. It's going to be inside zone. So you're going to be running this to the left. There are 3 blockers to the left side. You got 3 wide receivers, and then you got that 1 tight end on the right side. Once again, just either might be used for linebacker. If you want, you can double team the left edge rusher, as I did there. Play should look like this. We're just going to snap the ball, just find the holes. And as you can see, we ended up reversing field, and we were able, or reversing direction, and we were able to basically get like 5-6 yards on that play. Moving on here, we're going to be doing another one, gunship side end. We're going to be running halfback mid-draw. Now, the thing is with the draw plays is that it's going to imitate a passing play at the beginning, but then it's going to get a handoff. So, yes, the pressure might get there a little quicker, but also it might really throw your opponent off, like in pass coverage. So, just same thing here. And we're just going to do it. As you can see, we got really good blocks on this play. I'm actually kind of shocked at how many good blocks we got. That was actually kind of a shock. I didn't realize that. But there you go. That was a very easy play. We got up to the 25-yard line. Just very simple. Moving on here to the next play. It's going to be PA shot post. We're going to move on now to the passing plays. So very simple here. First thing you're going to do is block the running back, which is wire triangle, R1 to RB, and then R2 to RT, or right trigger. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to put the square X receiver on a drag, which is wire triangle, square X down on the right stick. Final thing you're going to do is you cannot motion. I don't get why you cannot motion out this receiver. Final thing you're going to do here is actually let me see here. I don't know, man. I'm trying to find a good way to this. Final thing you're going to do is you're going to motion out the B-row receiver to the right. If I can do it, and I can. Perfect. Motion him out to the right. And we're going to snap the ball right here. Just going to wait here. And then, as you can see, very easy play. Against man coverage. We were able to bomb it. And we were able to get an easy 41-yard pass. We were going to be running this against cover 3. So let's do that really quickly. This play, let me just go quick. Let me just audible to PA shot post out of gunship tight end. So just the same setup here. And yeah, so against cover 3 here, we're just going to motion out this B-row receiver. All the setups will be down in the description, by the way. I just have to mention that a lot. I always do that for you guys. So we just kind of wait on this play. As you can see, he didn't really get open on this play, but I'm just going to playmaker him. And, you know, the pressure didn't really get in. And boom, that's just an easy pass. Moving on, now we're going to do it against cover 2. So, actually, no. We're going to move on here to the next play. We got a lot of plays to go over. So, next play is going to be PA slot corner. So, how are you going to run this play? First thing you're going to do is you're going to block the running back, which is wire triangle, or excuse me, you're going to max protect, which is L or LB up on the right stick. So, that basically blocks the tight end. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to eliminate the play action by blocking the running back, which is wire triangle, R1 to RB, then right trigger. Then, the final thing you're going to do is very, very simple here, or actually, second to last thing, you're going to smart route this B-row route, which is wire triangle, B-row, R1 to RB. And then, final thing you're going to do, you're going to motion out the wire triangle receiver to the right. You're going to motion hike him right there. And you're just going to look for a corner route. As you can see, we ended up getting a pretty wide open receiver in Traquan Smith. Now, we kind of got screwed by the animation, but he was open on that route. I will say that in the very least. And yeah, we're just going to run this play one more time. So we're going to max protect, block the running back. We're going to put wire triangle on we're going to do smart routes for both corner routes, actually, which is the wire triangle route and then the B-row route. And then we're finally just going to move Mr. Michael Thomas in here to the right. And we're going to snap the ball. Just going to kind of judge here. And Michael Thomas, look at that separation. That's against the #1 corner. And he got that much separation. That's the beauty of Michael Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. He's just incredible. Now, we're going to move on here to gun bunch tight end before this becomes a Michael Thomas love fest. So here we go. Basically, this is the same setup as gun trips tight end, where there's 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 tight end on the right in terms of running play. So just ID the mic, double team, we're going to run the ball. And we're just going to kind of look for the hole. As you can see, that the user didn't really get picked up on that play. But you know what? It's whatever. We deal with it. It's life. So we're just going to go gun bunch tight end again. We're just going to run this play. And we're going to see if we can get a good gain on this play. So we're just going to run it here. And as you can see to the outside, we got very, very good blocks. And we were able to get 9 yards on that play. Moving on here to the next play, it's going to be halfback off tackle. So we're going to be moving into here, halfback off tackle. Same setup here. And then since it's kind of a stretch run, it's, off tackle is kind of a stretch run. We're going to just be shading protection to the left, which is L1 or LB, and then left on the right stick. Very simple. Going to be running this ball to that left side, and we were able to get just incredible blocks again. Just almost 15 yards on that play. I don't know why. Sometimes the blocks are really good. Sometimes the blocks are really bad. It's whatever. Moving on here to the next play. It's going to be the passing plays now. We're going to do X spot. So what you're going to do on this play, first thing is going to be blocking the running back, which is wire triangle, R1 to RB, then R2 RT. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to streak the square X receiver, wire triangle, square X up on the left stick. Next, you're going to put the ARX receiver on an in route, which is wire triangle, ARX, left on the left stick. Then you're going to put the BRL receiver on a slant, which is wire triangle, BRL, and then right on the right stick. And that is pretty much what the play should be looking like in the end. So we're just going to snap the ball, going to wait, corner route, wide open, just easy money play. And your progressions here, I didn't really go over the progressions on gun trips tight end. I do apologize about that. I do have a whole scheme, though, going over it. So that is, you know, what that is there. And this ebook will also be here as well for you guys, that anybody that's run the Raiders playbook. So this X-Spot play, we're just going to set it up again so that I can show you guys the progressions. So your first progression is going to be the tight end coming on the in route. Next one is going to be the BRL receiver coming on that slant. Then you got the corner route. Last is going to be the streak route. Moving on here to PA boot over. That is the final play we're going to go over in gun bunch tight end. Then we got gun bunch and gun tray Y flex, and that will finish out the video. So very simple here. Just going to block the running back, which is, or actually you're going to max protect, which is L1 or LB, and then up on the right stick. As you can see, tight end is blocked. Now we're going to eliminate the play action, which is wire triangle, R1 or RB, then right trigger. Then the next thing you're going to do is you are going to be putting the BRL receiver on a curl route, which is wire triangle, BRL, then down the left stick. Then you're going to be putting the square X receiver on a drag route, wire triangle, square X, down on the right stick. So the play should look like this in the end. Now your progressions. The first progression is going to be the drag route. Next is going to be that deep post route or whatever that is. Then finally you're going to go to the curl route. So we're going to run this play. And we're just going to wait. We're just going to go to the drag route here. Easy play. Traquan Smith, the man out of UCF, I believe in his third year. And he gets like 20 yards on that play. Just an incredible play. And that is pretty much going to be it for gun bunch tight end. Now we're going to be moving on to gun bunch here. So here we go. Now this time for gun bunch, instead of running it to the left here, the the halfback base, you're going to be running it to the right. You got one tight end and two receivers to the right, then you got one receiver to the left. You cannot move the other receiver to the right side. You have to stick with what you're given. Just got to ID the mic this linebacker, then you're going to I'm going to double team this guy, then we're going to run the ball. It's very, very simple. As you can see, we didn't really get the best blocks on that play, but we were still able to get like 3 or 4 yards, which is not bad. You know, we deal with it, and it's whatever, man. And moving on here, we got halfback mid-draw, just pretty self-explanatory here. I'm going to be sliding to the right because this is more of a stretch play in my opinion. And we're just going to run this. As you can see, just going to fake it. And we didn't really get much on that play. I don't know, man. It seems like, I don't know, some of these run plays are very hit and miss. They're not going to work all the time. Just kind of keep that in mind. And it's, yeah, and you'll be good. So, moving on here, we got PA post. That is going to be the next play we're going to be going over. So, simple thing here. First thing we're going to do is max protect, which is L1 or LB, then up on the right stick. Next thing we're going to do is block the running back and eliminate the play action, which is wire triangle again, then right trigger. Then, final thing you're going to do is you're going to streak the BRL receiver, which is wire triangle, BRL, up on the left stick. Then you're going to motion hike him to the left. And then right when he hits the stutter step, I'll show you when, right there, you're going to hike the ball. I kind of did it a bit late there, but what you're going to be looking for on this play is you're going to be looking, your first read is going to be the corner route. Next is going to be that deep in route. Then finally, it's going to be that streak route, and that is basically PA post. Moving on here, we got Z spot. Very, very simple play here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to max protect, which is L1 or LB, up on the right stick. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to streak the BRL receiver, which is wire triangle, BRL, up on the left stick. Then you're going to put the square X receiver on a drag route, which is wire triangle, square X, down the right stick. So the play should look like this. We're going to run the ball, or we're going to be running the play. And your progressions here, what you're going to be looking for. Your first progression is going to be the drag route. Next is going to be the corner route. Then it's going to be the streak route. There's only 3 receivers on the field, and it's just a very simple play. Moving on now, we're going to be doing here gun, tray, Y flex, the final formation that I use in my Madden games and what I use out of this playbook. So this play is a bit different. It's more spread out than gun bunch and gun bunch tight end as well as gun trips. But it still stays the same pretty much. It still rings true with 3 wide receivers to the left and then 1 tight end on the right as blockers. So we're just going to ID the mic, this linebacker here, and we're going to double team this guy. Then we're going to start out the ball here. As you can see, just incredible blocks. We were able to shoot the gap, or that's defense, but we were able to go up the middle and get some very, very much, some much needed yardage there. So moving on here, we are going to be going here to outside zone. This is a stretch play. just IG the mic, the user linebacker, double team this, the edge rusher. Then we are going to be sliding your protection to the left, which is owner LB, and then left on the right stick. So, this is a very, very simple play. As you can see, he got so lucky with that shoelace tackle. That's incredible, but usually that will not happen. And, yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it here. Moving on now to the passing plays. First play that we're going to be going over is going to be the PA crossers. I went over this in the last scheme, obviously. So, what we're going to be doing, first thing we're going to be doing is blocking the running back, which is wire triangle, R1 to RB, and then right trigger. Now, the thing is, if you max protect, it'll only block the running back. It won't block the tight end because he's technically an eligible receiver, so you could sub in a receiver at that tight end spot or the ARX spot, and instead of having, like, Jared Cook, you could have, like, I don't know, like another receiver on the Saints roster or whatever. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to put the ARX receiver on a slant, which is wire triangle, ARX, then left on the right stick. Then you're going to be putting the square X receiver on a drag, which is wire triangle, square X, down on the right stick. I love my drags, man. Then finally, you're going to be motioning out this BRO receiver. You're going to click onto him, motion out till he's right here. Then we're going to snap the ball, and as you can see, drag route gets wide open on whatchamacallit, on man coverage. It gets really wide open. So let me just set up the play again. I'm going to show you guys the progressions you're going to be going to. We are getting down to the end of this video. Once again, if you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate y'all, and it's whatever. So here we go. Basically, we're just going to set up this play again just like it is. So your first read is going to be that slant route by the ARX receiver. Next is going to be the drag. Then you got that kind of corner route by the BRO receiver running to that right side. And then the final progression is going to be that deep route run by the wire triangle receiver. Excuse me. So we're just going to motion out Ted Yin. And we're just going to just dump off once again to Traquan Smith down in the flats. Just a very easy play. Let's see if we can get a touchdown. I think we're going to be able to. Yep, there we go. So Traquan Smith is gone. We're just going to dive in just to make sure that Malik Hooker does not get there. So moving on now. Final play of the ebook. Final play of the ebook. I'm so happy about this. Once again, if you guys do need any clarification, well, not once again, because I didn't say it in the intro, but if you guys need any clarification, just let me know down in the comments. I will give you guys, I'll answer all your questions the best I can. So, basically, now we got SE corner. First play here, or the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to be blocking the running back or max protecting, which is owner LB up on the right stick. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the wire triangle receiver on a streak, which is wire triangle again, then up on the left stick. Then we're going to be putting the BRO receiver on a smart route. We're going to smart route his corner route, which is wire triangle, BRO, then R1 or RB. Then we're going to be putting the square X receiver on a slant, which is wire triangle, square X, down on the right stick. Then finally, we are going to be putting the ARX receiver on an in route, which is wire triangle, ARX, and then left on the left stick. So play should look like this. Your progressions. First thing is going to be the drag route. Next is going to be the in route it's going to go in route, drag route, corner route, and streak route. So as you can see, doesn't really get open. Just got to kind of wait for that corner route, and that is usually a pick. And there you go. That's usually a pick. That was a bad read by me. But, you know, it's whatever. Let's see if we can get a touchdown with this. Or, yeah, let's see if we can get something with this. So, this is going to, since this is the last play, we're just going to go with it here. So, I'm just going to show you guys the play art again, just so that you guys kind of keep it in mind. So, the play art looks like this. And here we go. So, we're just going to run the play. And, yeah, chop block. And I should have thrown it to him. Throw it deep. Oh! Traquan Smith! Oh my goodness. Alright, down to the 6, excuse me. So, guys, that's going to do it for this video, man. We have made it to the Oakland Raiders ebook. I will be trying to do some other ebooks as well as, like, the Saints, the Dolphins, and then I think we'll be moving into, like, defensive tips and all that. Guys, hope you've enjoyed. If you made it this far in the video, I love y'all so much. And, guys, that's pretty much it. Take care. Most importantly, stay classy.